Go for it.
Welcome to Johnny and Lorraine's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So as you know, this is
I'm Johnny.
and I'm Lorraine. And today we are basically going to interact with all of you because it's very important for us to make sure that you all know that we are here for you and we are interacting. As much as we want to show you all the places we're traveling to, the things we're gonna do, we also need to make sure that you are part of this family and we have a connection. Yeah. So this is not a video of us telling you how we met. That's a story for another day because it's a long story. It's a blessed story, but it's a long story. This is just, what are we gonna do, baby?
I have just a few questions that we're just going to ask each other.
Yeah.
And then they're very random questions, but they're good conversational starters. And just for a disclosure as well, we are going to be mic'd up for the next few videos, so the audio quality will be better. So just bear with us on this one. This is like kind of our first time doing this, but we do have microphones that we will be using. So I just have a few questions really, and then you can answer me. You ask me questions too, so just take a whole load.
So we have this game, it's called Hygie, and it basically has a lot of questions for couples or friends or family members, where you get to know each other better.
Yeah.
I mean, we all, what I feel like, people feel like, once you in any sort of relationship, you end up feeling like, you all know each other that well. And that's not it. You'll be very surprised to find out things about each other on a daily basis, learn new habits about each other, and so on and so on. So
yeah, and with the nature of our work as well, I have a lot more time in the day than Lorraine. She's working 10-hour days without a day off. She's working Monday to Sunday all the way through, which is incredible that she manages to get through that by God's strength. And she has very limited working hours, so it's very fortunate today that we're able to come up here, do the cable rides, sit down and actually film as well. That's a real privilege to do that.
Yeah.
And we appreciate the times together. One thing that this job has made us appreciate a lot is spending quality time with one another.
Right.
And really investing in one another as well. So these questions are good because they kind of help you get to know us, but also for
help
ourselves.
us, get to know each other.
Well. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so my first question for you, baby, would be describe a time when you felt very nervous.
Describe a time when I felt very nervous.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie, I don't like heights. I'm not a big fan of heights. And being in that cable car just gave me a little bit of anxiety because it was really high up and you can feel the motion as well and you're only suspended by a cable. I mean, to be fair with you, I actually want to do bungee jumping and I want to do other crazy activities as well. And also we did the high ropes on Avia.
Yeah.
Like that's where we met. And that's the highest point of the ship, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of
It's
how
very
far
high.
the guests can go,
Yeah.
And that was quite nerve-wracking too. So I would say those examples.
Yeah.
By yourself.
For me, the time that I felt very nervous, it's been a while, but maybe I don't know.
Well, let's do like you give me a question, I give you a question, so we don't have to answer the same one.
No, but it's good to answer the same one, Yeah, like I need to recall. I feel like having to have conversation with certain people, certain people that I initially don't particularly like, having to have conversations with them, I literally have to prepare myself. I have to prepare myself like, okay, this is what you're gonna go and say, this is what you're gonna do. If they reply this way, this is how you're gonna reply and stuff like that. Because it's insane, I don't like talking to people that I don't like that much. So I kind of get extremely nervous.
So have you got an example on the ship or?
Everybody on the ship.
Crikey. Is it in particular management though? Senior management?
Management and crew members.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a good one. if calories didn't exist and all food was healthy, what would you eat more of?
Ooh, desserts, prawns, shellfish, lobsters, crabs, name it. That's my favorite food, by the way. But like, I feel like desserts. Dessert is really, really good. Yeah, I might eat more of dessert. You?
Okay, well, pizza. I love pizza. And also, I guess, it's like burgers. I like burgers as well. You know, if it was all healthy, you know, I do enjoy a good burger.
Yeah.
Like a chicken burger.
Chips, fries, and fried chicken. Kentucky, guys, who doesn't like Kentucky?
I would say fried chicken as well. If it was healthy for me, you know, if I was going to get my like daily intake of my vitamins through a fried chicken, then I'm all for it. Watch the flies, babes.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, but pizza for me, I love pizza. Pizza, in a way, pizza is kind of healthy.
In
Like,
a way.
you can have vegetable pizza, you can have different, obviously different toppings, but you can choose the different cheeses. You don't have to go stuffed crust as well. And homemade pizzas are great, you know. Yeah. Okay.
What is the longest line you have ever stood in, and what were you waiting for?
What is the longest line I've ever stood in?
Yeah.
And wait for? Well, besides theme parks in the UK, because they can last up to hours, 1.5 hours, maybe. I think that's the longest we've waited. And even in America, we went to Universal Studios, and those waits were crazy,
Yeah.
crazy long.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I would say the most current example is today, waiting for the cable car. That was through the building, like a winding snake of people, all the way to the top, but also out the back as well. There was like a queue of, I want to say, 50 to 80 people
Yeah, true.
at the back.
True.
That was long.
For me,
Yeah.
it would be Homa Fest. If you're South African, you know that the Homa Fest department, that queue, it does not, you don't play with that queue. People literally wake up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m. just to go to Homa Fest for the queue. Baby, if you reach there at 7 o'clock, you're gonna leave there at 5 o'clock at night. That is a long queue. I'm telling you, that is a long queue. And I met a mystery one day. I was getting my ID and I arrived at the queue around 7. Did I not leave there around 4, 5-ish? For that long queue, you go in this line, then you have to go in this other line, then there's another. There's just like line after line after line. It does not end. It really does not end. And Homa Fest is one place I really do not like going into. But unfortunately, we're gonna have to go there into the marriage area so we can sign our marriage certificates and stuff like that. Yeah.
True, very true actually. Yeah. But when we get
So-
married in June next year, we're going to be registered in South Africa, but it's also recognized internationally as well.
Yeah,
So it's, the marriage, it'll be recognized in the UK.
It's gonna be an international marriage certificate,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Cool. This is a hard one.
Yeah.
This will make you think. What does the phrase "living a good life" mean to you?
Living a good life. Well, for me, I'm very religious, you know. I believe in God, I'm Christian and I'm straight up with it. And I feel like living a good life would then mean that, you know, basically everything that you do is God-centered, you know. In order to live a life that is worth living, you have to involve God in it. And if you live a life without God, then you're not living. So, like, if I wake up on a daily basis and I pray to God, I thank God, and I tell God, God, lead me where you want to lead me today. Take me places where you want to take me. Create conversations for me. And without you knowing it, you will have an amazing day. And I do sometimes find that when I do not pray, when I do not ask God to take the lead, I have the worst days ever. And I'm just like so miserable, and I really don't like. I mean, like, I'm not gonna say I'm a people person. I'm not a people person, but I try. I'm better than him. He's
True.
straight up not a people person. Yeah, baby.
I mean, I'm introverted. I'll put it that way. Like, when I've performed on a ship, because I'm a musician, I do feel tired, and I don't feel energized by going out and being with people. I'd rather like come and hang with Lorraine and just have a quiet one in after a really loud night of like giving lots of energy and vibes on stage.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I need to withdraw right now, you know. So yeah, I'm kind of introverted, but if I'm not performing or working on a day, then I'm happy to hang with people. I love playing games with people, like group games. I love doing that, and I'm a massive sports fan, so I love football and I love team sports too. So
Massive FIFA fan.
I love FIFA too. Yeah, I know. Not gonna lie.
Sometimes it really does annoy me.
Not gonna lie.
But yeah.
So the phrase "living a good life" for me would mean an other-centered life. So putting other people first before me and my needs. If I can be known for giving myself away to others and serving their needs of a poorer community, people in need, that sort of thing. Like the gifts that God's given me, if I can use those gifts to bless other people for the rest of my life, I think that's a life well lived.
Well, isn't he noble?
That's what I would say.
Very noble of you, baby. Yeah. And the third last question would be, what is one place should everyone visit before they die?
Wow.
Yeah. Very hard. It's very complicated. I don't know. Like, I've been to, like, I wouldn't say everywhere around the world, but I've been to a couple of places around the world. And I find that my favorite place would be Norway, and I would really recommend that people should go to Norway, guys.
Yeah.
Norway is breathtaking to a max. Like, if you are literally about to die, Norway is the place to go. It's peaceful.
Yeah.
There's no hush and fuss and all that. It's just you find peace, you find inner peace. You're surrounded by nature.
Yeah. There's a reason why they call it the happiest place on earth to live. It's a very, very peaceful place. Yeah.
Wow, Norway. Norway is the place for me. Yeah. What about you?
I would agree.
Yeah?
We visited a fair number of countries on the ship, but also outside as well.
Yeah.
And that when we arrived in Norway, because we reunited after how many
9 months.
9 months of being apart, long distance, which we'll tell you later as part of our story.
Yeah.
When we reunited in Stavanger, and then we went to Olden, just those experiences alone were incredible. The scenery was breathtaking.
Pretty true.
Plenty, you know, if you're a massive walking fan, it's a great place to go as well.
Hiking.
Yeah.
Like, name it, guys. Name it. Whatever you feel like doing, Norway is the place for you.
And obviously, you need to go on a budget as well. So
Yeah.
it is expensive, but it's not overbearingly so. You
Yeah.
can still get by, you know, on a normal salary.
You can still enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's not extortionate. So yeah, I would say Norway as well. I think it's very, very peaceful. It's very beautiful.